Good morning, Sister Mary. How are you? How you doing this morning? Good morning, Mr. Lisa. Good to see you all this morning. How y'all feeling on this morning? Hope y'all are doing good. Hope y'all are doing well. Happy Friday to you. Good morning, Jerome. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to you. Good morning, BJ. How you doing, sir? Good morning, Alicia. Good to see y'all this morning. Speak. What's up, man? Good to see you, sir, this morning. Good to see you this morning. So yes, we are glad you're blessed, glad you're doing well. So we'll wait another couple of seconds. Good morning, Angie. How are you this morning? Good morning. Wait another couple of about 20 seconds before we start today's video. Excited about today. Excited about got a good night. Excited, BJ, about tonight. Excited for a good weekend. It's a holiday weekend. Good morning, Devette. Good morning, Devette. Yes. I hope y'all like that. Good morning, brother. Josh, what's going on, sir? Clean up on aisle one. Yes. Clean up on aisle one. Aisle one, that's you. That's you, right? That's us. That's me. That's us. Yes. Good morning. Good morning, Yolanda. Good morning, Shantae. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We are, I'm sure y'all like the caption, clean up on aisle one. I know y'all done heard that. Clean up on aisle one. Clean up on aisle one. You're at Walmart, Wally World, or somewhere, and you're here to clean up. And so we've been talking about this week, we've been talking this whole week about change, right? And managing change and understanding how crucial change is. Absolutely. But who gets called? Who gets called when there's a spill or there's a mess up? Maintenance, right? So yesterday we talked about maintenance and how we can endeavor to change and move forward to changing. And this is crucial that we do those things, that we act, acknowledge, and then that we do conversion prep, which is exposure, that we expose both sides of the coin. We expose what needs to be corrected, and we expose what could be the corrective action, what things should look like, what things could look like. And then we take that exposure on both sides, and then we can have a powerful conversion. And then that T was the transition. So we transitioned into that. And then we talked about, I believe it was Wednesday, we talked about the enhance, embrace, and engage, enhancing your past, making your past, put a higher standard on your past, and then embracing your now, embracing where you are so that you can get a good grip on it. You're not allowing things just to go past. You're not allowing things to go free, to go unnoticed, to go unchallenged, to go unquestioned. You are embracing where you are, and then you're engaging your destiny, making sure that your destiny is guiding, your destiny is directing your steps. It's directing each turn like a GPS. You allow your GPS to direct each turn because it's working for your destiny. It's working for the address, and it's every turn is working to that. But sometimes, so today and yesterday we talked about maintenance, maintaining. And so I thought about that today is how we, even with that GPS, we're going to make wrong turns sometimes. And those wrong turns are mistakes. They are mistakes. They are mistakes. And when I love the GPS gives us so much grace, because what does it do? It doesn't hold your past against you. It doesn't hold your mistakes over your head. That GPS will automatically recalibrate. It will automatically recalibrate where you are and recalibrate your route, because it always stays committed to where you're going. And so it is a perfect mistake manager. A GPS is a perfect mistake manager, and so are you. We have to learn how to be mistake managers, to manage our mistakes. Be just like that GPS. Yes, I recognize I made a wrong turn. I recognize I made a wrong turn, but I'm going to fix it. I'm going to keep going in the wrong direction and say, I'll just forget it. I'm going to fix it, recalibrate, get up, acknowledge my mistake, do whatever I need to do to apologize if it was towards somebody else. And then I recalibrate and I move forward to my destination. We must manage our mistakes, and that's why this was crucial today. And so, and I said this: a maintenance vehicle is one of the most important vehicles in your life. It's one of the most important vehicles in our lives. Maintenance, a maintenance vehicle, something that gives you the ability to maintain your course in spite of mistakes, in spite of external things that happen to us, like those detours, right? But and then also the mistakes that we make, the mistakes that are internal, those things that are going on internally. And so I like this word maintenance. Again, a quick review from yesterday: to keep in existence, in continuance, to preserve. So you are keeping your condition in a good place. You're keeping the condition. Does that mean you're not going to fall? It's like a car. You go to the car wash because you're keeping it in good condition. It got dirty, right? Your car got dirty. That's why you brought it to the car wash. And we're going to get dirty. We're going to fall. We're going to make mistakes in life. It's going to happen. We are going to do it. I make mistakes every day. I make mistakes every single day. But it does not change my course. It doesn't change my course. And so mistakes is a huge part of life. It's a huge part of life, and it can be a huge part of our growth. Mistakes can be a huge part of our growth. Good morning, everybody coming in. Huge part of our growth, huge part. So I like that, to keep in an appropriate condition. And so we must make sure that we are managing our mistakes. I call it mistake management. And so, and I read this pretty good article this morning, and it gave 10 keys on how to manage your mistakes. And I like that. I'm going to use those 10 because they were pretty solid. And I'm going to kind of piggyback on quite a few of them. And so look at this, the word mistake. Now watch this. Y'all know Webster preaches a lot of times. We get so complex, and then let's simplify. I love simplicity. I'm a simple person, okay? I love simplicity. I love simplicity. Look at this. An error in action. This is the word mistake. It means an error in action. So you act upon error. I love that. Calculation, error in action, calculation, opinion, or judgment caused by poor reasoning, carelessness, insufficient knowledge, etc. And then it says a misunderstanding or a misconception. And so sometimes we have some conceptions that might be misconceptions. And so it's the mistake that we make. When we make that mistake, now we know that that conception is a misconception, and now we know that we need to respond. We need to have corresponding. There needs to be a corresponding action to our mistakes. And that's one of the main things. And so I'm going to go right into it. The number one, and usually our mistakes, a lot of times for myself personally, usually mistakes are made based on weaknesses. They're either mistakes based on weaknesses. Most of my mistakes are based on my weaknesses, right? And so we all have these weaknesses. We all have weaknesses. We all have them. And the danger is trying to live as you don't think you have them, or you're trying to make sure that you don't allow other people to see them. And it's just like that doctor. If the doctor can't see you, he can't heal you. If he can't see you, he cannot heal you. Good morning, Brother Terry. Good morning, everybody coming on. So it is crucial. Usually mistakes are based in weakness. And so this means that I need a management team, okay? I need a mistake management team. I have to have an MMT. You know how they call it EMT, somebody get hurt, EMT, or we need an MMT. MMT, call on the scene, MMT, mistake management team. I need you to clean up on aisle 1. Maintenance, right? we need a mistake management team. You cannot do this alone. We were not designed to do this alone. We're not designed to do it alone. And the more we try to do it alone, the more we try to do, when we don't have a mistake management team, when we are the only member of the mistake management team, it's going to lead a life of isolation, because it's real hard. It's really hard to grow by yourself. You need some help, right? There's not a plant that can grow by itself. It needs sun to come in. It needs water to come in. It needs wind. It needs some wind. That tree needs wind to grab its stability. And all these things are part of what we need in order to grow. So your mistakes can be a major, major partner in your growth. You never looked at it like that, did you? Your mistakes can be a major partner in your growth. Remember, change is the CEO of your potential. Change is the CEO of your potential. And mistakes can be a major partner in your change. It could be a major partner in change. And so the number one thing this article had, admit it before anyone knows about it. And I love this. Admit the mistake before anyone knows about it. It says, by being the first to notice and admit the mistake, you will diffuse people's reaction and turn their attention to helping you solve the problem. This is crucial. What are we living? We're seeing it. It's been crucial. Like the last year change, you've been seeing all these 10 years, 20 years of mistakes, but nobody knew about it. And what happens when it's frontline news? It's headline news, isn't it? It's headline news because it was hidden. All these things that was going on is hidden. I saw something in the news yesterday came up on my phone about Morgan Freeman. You know, all these things have been happening for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And the longer it stays in secret, the bigger the manifestation is, right? The longer something stays hidden, the bigger the cover up. It's like, hey, everybody, whoa, look at you take the cover off. Look at this. Instead of the mistake being made and then somebody, and remember, this all goes back to absolute power corrupts absolutely. We are not designed to have absolute power over our lives. We need checks and balances. We need accountability. We need accountability. You know, that was one of my biggest, people are like, oh man, you know, even as a pastor, like, oh man, I love because you're transparent. Well, you know why I'm transparent? Because one of the biggest disgusts that I had growing up in church, was I thought the pastor was perfect. I thought the ministers were perfect because I never heard anything about weakness. I never heard anything about their mistakes or falling or anything. So I thought I was just the only crazy one. So I grew up thinking, oh man, I'm just crazy. I'm nasty. I'm perverted. I'm this and that because I struggle with different things, struggle with different addictions and watching pornography and all these different things. And then I'm thinking, oh, well, I can never be a preacher. I can never be a minister. And then you find out as a grown person, oh, wow, that pastor had 3 kids outside of his family. Guess what? The pastor was no different from anybody else. But the pastor had to try to force himself. He forced himself in a box. And that box is isolation. When you live where there's no room to make mistakes, then now you have to hold that standard. And it's an impossible standard to hold. It's an impossible standard to hold that you don't make a mistake. And when you have to try to live up to that standard, now you're going to isolate yourself. And what do you isolate yourself to? Your weaknesses. When we isolate ourselves, we give our weaknesses a cage to be in. Your weakness is in a cage with you and nobody's in there with you and you're getting beat up. We cannot be isolated to our weaknesses. So the number one thing is admit the mistake before anybody else does. So now the reaction is totally diffused because, you know, it was a level 10. It could have been it was a level 10, but it could have been like a level 2. It could have been like a level 2 instead of going on just fully cheating on the wife, cheating on the first lady. You could have been weak and said, man, look, man, I got the tingles, man, for this female over here. I got the tingles, man. I ain't did nothing, but I some stuff I'm struggling with in my mind. Now you came out the cage and you invited help in. And now you got help. And now people are praying for you. Now people looking out for you like, hey, man, be strong. Hey, you can't talk to this person. That's what protects us. I said this, accountability protects your pure intentions. Accountability protects your heart. Accountability protects your character. It protects your integrity. Somebody that's in the cage with you that can help you. You're not meant to do this alone. You cannot isolate yourself. Number 2, don't try to hide mistakes. I love this one. Don't try to hide mistakes. It drives people crazy when we deny or try to cover up our mistakes. Mistakes can be corrected, but it is difficult to repair a spoiled reputation. That's one other thing about isolation. Isolation leads to what I like to say, deception Or not so much deception. Isolation does lead to deception, but it leads to more delusion. Delusion, more of a word. It's more of the word delusion than deception. When you're isolated to your weakness, you don't think anybody knows about it, and a whole lot of people can know about it. But so you could actually be getting help. You could actually be getting help, but isolation causes you to be delusional. You think, oh, and then when you see people, you try to put on the cool pose or put on this cool face and not even knowing they know you need help. But do you know that they know that you need help? You know what I'm saying? So we get trapped. So don't hide mistakes. Don't hide. Tell your management team. Then that don't mean you got to tell the whole world. But you got to tell your management team has to be compiled, a list compiled with people that care, that love you, that know you. They know your heart. They know what you're about. That's what you need to build your management team with. People that know you, people that you can go and just be real with and just get yourself out of isolation. Take yourself out of isolation. Isolation means alone, all alone, all alone. So we have to call in maintenance. When there's a spill, we got to call in maintenance. Clean up on aisle one. Clean up on aisle one, right? So number 3 on here was apologize sincerely. Mistakes will cause some inconvenience and create waste, a waste of time, cost, and effort. It says, let people know that you sincerely regret the inconvenience your mistake has caused. And so, absolutely, if your mistake has caused inconvenience or it's a mistake that, usually I always like to look at it with my wife. If I make a mistake, most of my mistakes are going to directly affect her. So I have to apologize. And I have to apologize and not just saying sorry, but saying sorry in a way. Now my early years of marriage, I've been married 9 years, a little over 9 years now. My early years, I said sorry as a pushback. My sorry was just, all right, back up off of me. My sorry was, okay, leave me alone, right? Sorry, okay? So what that did, that gives me the right for you not to touch the situation. Sorry, baby. But I said sorry, okay? I said sorry. Accept my apology. You know, it's not right not to forgive now. You got to forgive, right? Then I try to put a guilt trip on her. But what I was actually doing, I was using sorry to keep me isolated, to keep me from getting the help that I needed. I can't use sorry like that. I got to use sorry in a way that's going to invoke help. Help, right? Need. We need help. Sometimes we don't want help, but we always need help, right? And so I learned that in marriage real early after that first year. Okay, I need help. Okay, I understand my need for help. And if I understand my need good enough, then I'll want it. If I understand a need strong enough, then I'll want it. I'll desire that help. I'll desire that help. Okay, it's some things that I've been doing my whole life. Well, not whole life, but for a long time. Bad behavior. Bad addictive type behavior that until I got married, until I brought my wife, the person who's like there every day, until I brought her into those weaknesses, I never stopped. I would have never stopped. But when I brought her in, now I have that everyday accountability and I'm free now. So free yourself, free yourself, free yourself. So the 4th one, ask questions that show you care. Unless we learn from our mistakes, history will likely repeat itself. Take the time to better understand how to prevent similar errors in the future. And I like this. This is getting a set of eyes on you, right? We all need sets of eyes. It's good to have a strong, trusting set of eyes on our lives. A trusting set of eyes. What do you see? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? It doesn't mean you have to agree to everything they tell you or, you have to correspond with corrective behavior with everything they think. But it's good to get a set of eyes. It's good to be humble to hear, what's going on. Because people who care for you, your management team, this is compiled of a list of people that care about you, that want the best. They have your best interest in mind. They don't have any agendas to harm you. Their agenda is to help you because it's a vice versa type thing. So when you ask questions about, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Then that is actually going to be positive. That's going to be constructive criticism. That means it's going to build you up. It's not going to tear you down. It's going to build you up. So MMT, right? Not EMT, but MMT, mistake management team. That's like the most crucial team to grow. That's the most powerful team when it comes to going to greatness, to going after greatness, to going after success. It's a powerful thing. So even the GPS doesn't just function by itself. It functions. It needs towers. It needs towers all over the place. It needs signals all over the place. You know, it can pick up on traffic. That's because it's picking up on these signals and towers and things. It's using all these things to make sure the big picture is in focus. And you need a team. You need a team of people who care, a team of people who are sensitive, right? Who are sensitive. Absolutely. We got another t-shirt. That's right. So, number 5, let your team members help you recover. Oh, I love this. I love this. Let your team members help you recover. That's what the MMT is all about. They're there to help you recover. So if you're trying to portray this perfect image to the very people that are trying to help you, that are actually designed to help you recover, how can you recover? That's usually how we dig deeper into our weaknesses. We dig deeper into addictive behavior. We go deeper into these dark places when we have not enabled our MMT, our management, our mistake management team. When we have not enabled them, when we don't let them help us recover, then where are we? Where are we? Now we're all alone and we're isolated to our weaknesses. And when you're isolated to your weaknesses will beat you up. Your weaknesses will flourish. They will flourish. They will flourish. And so this is called accountability. Our team members are there for us, just like we will be there for them when they need it. And don't you love life? Life is so powerful that I can, when somebody's there for me, I have to thank God that they're there for me, because what do I know? I know it's going to come a time where I'm going to have to be there for them. It's always a two-way street. We all have weaknesses. We all are going to make mistakes. We're all going to fall sometimes. So it's good to have teammates. It's good to have a team, right? It's good to have a team. Somebody that's going to help lift you up, help encourage you, help build you up, help you see, okay, man, have you ever tried this? Have you tried getting counseling? Have you tried going to see a therapist that can help you with we need a team. We need help. We need help. That's where your strength is. Your strength is not in yourself. Because see, this is powerful for me because my personality, I'm an independent person by personality. I'm very independent, very independent. You know, if it is to be, it's up to me. That's my motto, just by heart, just by nature. So it's second nature for me to do things myself, to recover by myself, to pull up the bootstraps, get it together. You stronger than that, strong-willed person, get back on the horse and let's go. Let's get it. It's natural for me to do that. But guess what? Now that I have a family, I have children, I have a wife, I have people around me. I can't afford to do things by myself. I have to have a team. I have to have a team because it's too many people around me that's going to be affected by my life. So I have to have a team. I have to have a team. You look at the most powerful businesses, the larger their team gets. The bigger the business, the bigger influence they have, the larger their team gets. The more influence their board has. They have a board of advisors because this thing affects a lot of people. The more people this thing will affect, the more I must be in tune with my advisors. I must meet with them all the time. I must make sure I'm checking in with them and checks and balances are in place. Because if I don't, I can fall and then I can actually lead by my weaknesses. And I think my weaknesses are a strength. Anybody ever been there? When you think your strengths are actually your strengths are actually a weakness. When you think your weakness is a strength, okay? That's why it's good to do personality assessments, because it breaks down what strengths are and what weaknesses are. Okay? Like for instance, in my nature, I'm a lion by nature, right? And so a weakness of a lion is bluntness. So, but a lot of us, we think bluntness is a strength. Oh, I'm blunt. I'm blunt. That's my strength. You know, you ain't gonna have to wonder what I'm thinking about. I'm gonna tell you. But that's actually a weakness because it makes you do things on impulse instead of waiting to observe the situation, right? Bluntness will cause you to do things impulsively. And when you do things on impulse, oh, you're gonna have to bite your words, eat your words. You're gonna have to tuck your tail in. And then so bluntness isn't a strength. Honesty is a strength. Bluntness is a weakness because you can be impulsive instead of waiting to see how this thing is going to turn out, right? Waiting to see how this thing's going to turn out. So, number 6, move quickly into problem solving. I love this. Move quickly into problem solving. The only thing that drives people crazier than someone denying a mistake is when he or she is slow to fix it. A quick recovery is particularly important when mistakes inconvenience others. So we have to make a quick recovery. I love that. QR. Make a quick recovery. A quick recovery. Y'all, some of y'all know Ozzie Smith, Hall of Fame baseball player. He was like brothers with my father. And I remember he was talking to my dad about greatness, like how what separates the great players from the average players. And he was like, it ain't potential. It's not ability. It's those who learn how to make quick recoveries. They learn how to learn how to fix their mistakes quicker than everybody else, quicker than most others. They learn how to fix their mistakes quicker. And this was early in Albert Pujols' career. Ozzie was talking to my father. He was talking to my dad about Pujols. And he was telling my father, he was like, listen, Charlie. He says, Pujols is one of those guys that come around every 30 years or so. The reason why he's so good is because he makes corrections so fast. Like you can strike him out with a curveball and the pitcher can throw that same curveball the next at bat and he'll hit it out the park. So he learns how to adjustments quick. How quick are you in making adjustments when you make a mistake? See, that mistake is actually, that's how it can benefit your destiny. Because that mistake, when you make the adjustment quicker, now you've automatically corrected that thing. And now you know, oh, that door is closed now. I don't have to go down that door anymore. Oh, yep, I did fall, but guess what? Now it's going to benefit my future because now I'm not opening that door again. I don't have to go down there again. So recover quickly. Look at this word recover. To get back, to regain something that was lost or taken away. To recover, to make up to make up or make good for loss or damage. To regain strength, composure, balance. You know, we all lose balance sometimes. We are all going to lose our balance sometimes. But recovery is when you stabilize yourself. When you get up, you realize the mistake. And that's what Pujols go back, look at film. That's what happened. Next time I won't make that mistake. Next time I won't make that mistake. So that mistake was actually a benefit to my future. Your mistake can actually be one of the strongest partners to your destiny to grow, right? To change. Number 7, reverse the mistake if possible. Reverse the mistake if possible. If you've made a bad decision, don't stick with it and suck the whole team down with you. Undo it if possible. And this takes humility because I don't know, I'm sure all of us have been humiliated at some point in our lives. And when we get humiliated, the natural instinct is to try to blame somebody else or blame some other forces, you know, and not to just take it in and suck it in and soak it in and say, you know what can I learn from this? If you're going through a humiliating situation, which I've been through a humiliating situation. You know, I've been through a humiliating situation, but guess what? And I've told y'all, the whole church, I was leading an entire church ministry. The whole thing, we got evicted. Okay. And the news was there. All these things were happening. It was the most humiliating situation I've ever experienced. It was so humiliating. But you know what I did? I didn't run. I stayed there. I soaked it in. You know, it was all type of crazy stuff going on. And then my spiritual father called me the next day. He says, what did you learn? My mentor said, what did you learn? And I'm like, what did you learn? I need some tissue. I need my butt. I'm bleeding. I need EMT. He said, if you don't learn, it'll happen again. If you don't learn from it, it'll happen again. And he says, I know this is not all your fault. I know this is not all you're doing, but you better learn from it. So we must learn from the mistake. Reverse it as quick as we possibly can. And you know what I learned? I learned business savvy. I learned business savvy. I learned legalities. Get things in writing. You got to get stuff in writing. You can't just take his word for it. Get stuff in writing. And then I started learning. And guess what? What I learned from that moment of humiliation has been a strength of mine now. Now it's a strength. It became a strength. Isn't it powerful? When you can turn a weakness and you can turn a mistake into a strength, oh, you're winning. Choose you to do that. Choose you right now to turn your mistakes into your strengths, into powerful parts of your life that you shore up. You build walls now, and now you know how to maneuver. You know how to maneuver when those situations come back, because they're going to come back, right? Those situations that we fail in, they're going to come back. So if we can reverse the mistake as quick as possible, now we know we're moving towards destiny. We're moving towards our future. Our future is pulling us. Our behavior is employed by our future. Yes, allow your future to employ your behavior. That means you must learn from we must learn from our mistakes. Number 8 is treat yourself consistently. The ways in which you handle your mistakes should look and feel similar to the ways in which you handle mistakes made by others. This is beautiful. This is beautiful because when we make mistakes, we don't want people coming harsh down on us. We don't want people making, oh man, you're disgusting. How could you do that? How could you do such a thing? We want people to have mercy. We want people to be gracious toward us. So I love this. So treat yourself like you want to be treated. So you must forgive yourself. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. God gives you grace. Every single morning, God is giving us grace, a new slate, because he knows we need it. So give yourself some. Forgive yourself. God's giving you mercy, so give yourself some mercy. Give others mercy. Give others mercy. We have to be able to reciprocate what is given to us. And we have to give it to ourselves. I think the hardest person to forgive is you. The hardest person for me to forgive is me. So I must learn to forgive. And how do I do that? IT, you messed up. Get up. Get up. See where you messed up. Make the correction. Call your MMT. Get your management team on the line. Tell whoever you need to tell what happened, how you feel, and let's get back on this horse. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let's go forward. Forward, 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 forward. So treat yourself. Forgive yourself. Give grace to you. Give some grace to you. Number 9, clear your head if needed. I love this one too. I love this one too. Clear your mind. Clear your mind. Clear your mind. Yes, I appreciate that, Shantae. I appreciate that. Clear your mind. Clear it up. Sometimes we need to just, clean up. Remember clean up on aisle 1? Yes, guess what? The reason why they say that is because there's already a cleaning team ready to come in and clean that aisle out so that traffic can come back in, so that things can come back. You ever see an accident on a highway? That team is already ready. There's people employed. That's their job. That's how they make a living, to come in and be roadside cleanup. They come in, they're able to clean up stuff, clean up oil, clean up glass, clean up stuff on the streets, and get things back going. Get things back going. So when we got a lot of things going on in our minds, a lot of stuff going on, we need to just be able to get in a place where we can clean, where we can get our mind cleaned out. Get our mind cleaned out. Some of the greatest people you could ever read about, they did this. They made mistakes and they were able to clean out. Clean out. Remember, even King David. King David says, created me a clean mind. I messed up. I cheated on my wife. The woman I cheated with, I had her husband killed. And then King David was confronted about it. He had a mistake management team. He had a mistake management team. And the guy on his team says, you're wrong. You made this mistake. And what did he do? David says, I need a clean mind. My mind got a little dirty, got a little spill, some spills. Spills are going to happen. We just need to clean it up. Clear your head. Clear your head. And it says, if it is in moments of great stress and frustration that we do stupid things, don't compound the problem by sending an email you will likely regret later. If you need be, vent with a trusted friend, get away, clean it up, and let's move forward, right? Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Number 10, update others on the progress of the fix. Once a blunder is out in the open, follow up a couple of times so they know all is under control. This will instill confidence and create closure. I love this. So I said here, commit yourself to being accountable. Just commit to being accountable. You have a team. You have people that are there for you. Commit to being accountable. Don't slide. When you feel yourself sliding back into isolation, see, I don't know about you, but I understand addictive behavior. I understand it because I struggled with it. And one thing about it is things that can happen in life and you can start sliding back into isolation. And that's when you need to jump. That's when you need to use your MMT, use your mistake management team and tell them, hey, man, I'm having some thoughts. I'm having some thoughts. I need some help. Hey, baby, hey, I'm having some thought. I need some help. I need you to help me. I'm kind of struggling right now. I'm struggling. I'm thinking about this. Or go get some help. Go get accounts. Go get a therapist. Go hire a therapist. Go hire somebody to sit and talk with so you don't slide back into this isolated place. Update yourself on your progress. Update people on progress. Update your management team on progress. Update your management team. Remember, absolute power. Give people power. Give people power. Give people power and influence in your life. Give them that power where you can share with them. Give them power. Remember, because absolute power corrupts absolutely. Choose you to manage your mistakes for the cause of change, positive change. Choose you to do it. Choose you to do it. And you got it. You got it. You have it. If you don't have a good MMT, if you don't have a good mistake management team, then I plead with you, sit down and look over your life, pull out a sheet of paper, blank sheet of paper, get a pen and look in your life. Look at the people around you. Look at people who are qualified to help you. And remember, this is humbling. It's going to take humility because this is a team you can't deceive. You can't try to deceive the MMT. Because why? They are there to manage and help you manage your mistakes. So deceiving them defeats the whole purpose. It defeats the whole purpose. You know, and boxers, every time a boxer comes at the end of each round, where does he go? He goes to his MMT. He goes to his mistake management team. She goes to her mistake management team. She goes right to her corner and they're looking at her. They're looking at her. So not only are they healing her and patching her, they're telling her the mistakes. They're telling him the mistakes he made. Look here, you got to watch the left hook. You got to watch that. Now, why would you try to deceive them? Why? Because they see it. You've given them power. The reason they can help you is because they can see you. They can see you. That's how they can help you. They can help you because they can see you. See, when you're in the middle of the ring, everything's out there in the open. So when you get back to your corner, now you got a trusted group of people who can help you. They can cut you and heal you. They can put ice on you. They can tell you, watch that. Hey, do more of those overhand rights. Your jab is killing them. Do more jabbing. That's what we need. We need a team. We need a team. And who is in your life that can help you succeed, that can help you be great? Acknowledge that. Assemble that squad together. Assemble that team together. If you have one, keep that team fresh. Keep them in the know. Keep them in the now. And everything's going to be better. Everything's going to be better. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Choose you to manage your mistakes and change because your destiny is calling you. Your destiny is pulling you. Change the CEO of your potential. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Love y'all. God bless.